What's up guys, John here and welcome to John Moon Studios. Today we're going to be looking at how to build basic chords, also known as triads. Let's get right to it. We all know songs without chords can be a bit boring. The melody only really sings out when it's backed up by rich harmonies and chords. Today we're going to be looking at 3-note chords, also known as triads. These chords consist of a root, a third, and a fifth. You can determine these notes by looking at the scale of the chord you are on and looking at the first, third, and fifth note of the scale, also known as scale degrees. In this video we're going to talk about 4 types of chords: major chords, minor chords, diminished chords, and augmented chords. There are 2 ways to find a major triad. The first way is to look at the key signature of the chord you're playing, in this case C major, and alter the notes if necessary. In the key of C major we have 0 sharps or flats, meaning all the notes are natural. So now we have to find the root, the third, and the fifth. So we have to count up the scale until we reach the 3 notes that are required to play this major triad. So the first note, which is the root, is C. We're going to count up 3 notes: C, D, E. That is your third note. And then we're going to count up from C 5 notes: C, D, E, F, and G. There you have your 3 notes for your major triad. The second way to build a major triad is using whole steps and half steps. So from the root note C, we're going to go up 2 whole steps, which is equivalent to 4 half steps. So we're going to look at the piano here. We're going to go from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get to the note E. Now from E, we're going to go a whole step and a half, which is equivalent to 3 half steps. So we're going to go to F, F sharp, and G. So C, E, and G is your major triad. There are 2 ways to build a minor triad. The first way is to look at the key signature of the chord you're on, in this case C minor, and check if there are any notes that need to be altered. In the key of C minor, we have B flat, E flat, and A flat. So remember, to find a triad, we need a root, a third, and a fifth. So here we have the root note C. Next we have the third E, but E is already present inside of the key, so it needs to be flat. And the fifth is G. So our minor triad would be C, E flat, and G. The second way to build a minor triad is using whole steps and half steps. So from the root note C, we're going to go up a whole step and a half, which is equivalent to 3 half steps. So on the piano, it's 1, 2, 3. E flat would be our third. And now from E flat, we're going to go up 2 whole steps, which is equivalent to 4 half steps. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get to G. Our minor triad is C, E flat, and G. There are 2 ways to build a diminished triad. The first way is to build a minor triad, which in the previous example was only E flat, but for the diminished triad, we're going to also flatten the G. So now we have C, E flat, and G flat. The second way to find a diminished triad is to use whole steps and half steps. So from the root note C, we're going to go a whole step and a half, which is equivalent to 3 half steps. So from C, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we get to E flat. And from E flat, we're also going to go up a whole step and a half step, which is equivalent to 3 half steps. So from here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we get to G flat. So our diminished triad would be C, E flat, and G flat. There are 2 ways to build an augmented triad. The first way is to build a major triad, which I showed you in the first example, which was C, E, and G. But in the augmented triad, we are going to raise the fifth. So G will become G sharp. The second way to build augmented triads is to only use whole steps. So from C, we're going to go up 2 whole steps, which is equivalent to 4 half steps. So from C, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we reach the note E, which is our third. Now from E, we're going to go up 2 more whole steps, which is equivalent to 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we reach G sharp. That is our fifth. So the augmented triad is going to be C, E, and G sharp. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Don't forget to share with your musician friends. I will see you all soon.